This is the audio version for the last chapter and references for the remarkable book titled, Thriving in a Changing World, by Odusina Adewale. Chapter 25, Developing a Personal Action Plan. Assessing your current position and goals. Assessing your current position and goals. Understanding where you are right now is the first step toward making meaningful progress. Take a good look at your strengths, things you're good at and resources you already have, whether it's skills, knowledge, connections, or even personal traits like resilience or creativity. Recognize your weaknesses too, areas where you might struggle, lack experience, or face obstacles. Being honest about these gaps helps you see what needs improvement and what might hold you back. Think about the resources available to you, such as time, money, support from friends or mentors, and tools like textbooks or online courses. Knowing what you have at your disposal makes it easier to plan a realistic path forward while avoiding overestimating what's achievable at this stage. Once you have a clear picture of your present situation, it's time to set goals that match your values and long-term aspirations. Start with specific ideas about where you want to be in the near future, say, within the next 6 months, then look at what that really means for you. Break larger ambitions into smaller, manageable steps that can guide your daily or weekly actions. Make sure these goals feel challenging but doable. Setting goals that are too high might lead to frustration, while goals that are too easy may not push you enough. Think about what truly matters to you: career, education, health, relationships, and how achieving your goals aligns with your core values. This helps ensure you stay motivated and committed as you work toward your desired future. Having a clear grasp of where you stand helps you spot the opportunities available and identify potential pitfalls. It's useful to keep track of your progress, noting improvements and areas still needing attention. Write down your findings, whether in a journal or a digital document. It makes your assessment concrete and easy to revisit. As you refine your goals, be willing to adjust them based on what you discover about yourself and your circumstances. Remember, progress isn't always linear, and being flexible can help you stay motivated even when setbacks happen. Taking the time to evaluate honestly and set realistic goals sets a solid foundation for any plan you want to follow. Creating a step-by-step roadmap. Creating a step-by-step roadmap. Breaking down the process of writing a book into clear, manageable steps helps you see a path forward. When you identify specific actions that lead toward your goal, it becomes easier to stay motivated and focused. For example, your initial steps might include choosing your topic, doing some research, or drafting an outline. Each step should be something you can clearly define and achieve in a reasonable amount of time. This approach keeps you from feeling overwhelmed and gives you a sense of progress as you check off each task. Once you have a list of steps, organizing them in a logical order helps ensure you make steady progress. Some tasks naturally come first. For example, before writing a chapter, you need an outline. After drafting, editing makes sense before finalizing the pages. This organization helps avoid jumping ahead to tasks that depend on completing earlier ones. It also allows room for flexibility, so if something takes longer than expected, you can adjust your timeline without losing your overall direction. Having a clear sequence provides structure and helps you stay on track, even when unexpected challenges appear. To create a practical roadmap, start by listing all the things you need to do. Then, sort these tasks into the order they should happen. For instance, planning your book's structure, writing chapters, revising, and designing the cover are key phases. As you do this, assign realistic deadlines to each step, but stay flexible enough to adapt as needed. Remember, your roadmap is a living document. It should guide you rather than pressure you into rigid deadlines. Regularly review your plan to see what's working and what needs adjustment. Keeping clear priorities and a flexible schedule helps keep your project moving forward at a sustainable pace. A practical tip is to break each major step into smaller, concrete actions. For example, instead of just write chapter 1, you might set tasks like write first 500 words, review what I wrote, and add more details. Focus on one small task at a time, which builds momentum and reduces the feeling of being stuck. Using tools like a calendar or a project management app can help you visualize your progress and stay committed. The key is to create a plan that feels doable and encourages consistent effort. Over time, following a step-by-step roadmap helps transform your idea into a finished book without feeling like an insurmountable challenge. Always remember that flexibility is an essential part of any plan. Life can throw surprises, and you might find some tasks take more time or need to be done differently. The goal of your roadmap isn't perfection, but steady progress. Adjust your steps and timelines as needed, and celebrate small wins along the way. This keeps you motivated and focused on completing your book, rather than feeling overwhelmed by it. With a clear, organized plan, you can visualize your final goal and take steady, confident steps toward bringing your book to life. Setting milestones and accountability measures. Setting milestones and accountability measures. Establishing clear milestones acts like signposts along a path, helping young people see their progress and stay motivated. When goals are broken down into smaller, specific targets, it becomes easier to focus on what needs to be done next and track improvements over time. For example, instead of just aiming to get fit, a milestone might be running a mile without stopping or completing a certain number of workout sessions each week. These small wins add up, building confidence and giving a sense of achievement. By visualizing how far they've come, young people can keep their energy high, especially during tougher times when the overall goal might seem far away. Implementing accountability measures creates a system where effort is consistent, and there's ongoing support to keep everyone moving forward. These measures typically include regular check-ins, progress updates, or even accountability partners who can encourage and motivate. For instance, setting weekly meetings to discuss what was accomplished or sharing progress on a journal can make a big difference. Having someone to answer to can help maintain focus, especially when motivation dips. These measures also provide an opportunity to identify challenges early and adjust plans if needed. When young people know someone is invested in their journey, they're more likely to stay committed and push through obstacles. To make accountability work effectively, it's helpful to set realistic expectations and celebrate small successes. Recognizing achievements, no matter how minor, keeps morale high and reinforces the habit of effort. For example, if someone is working toward improving their grades, acknowledging improvements on tests or class participation encourages continuous effort. Rewards or positive feedback are strong motivators. Creating a routine where progress is reviewed regularly helps keep goals relevant and flexible. In doing so, young people learn to see setbacks as part of the process rather than failures, encouraging resilience and a growth mindset. It's essential to remember that accountability is not about punishment but about fostering individual responsibility and support. Reviewing and adjusting the plan over time. Reviewing and adjusting the plan over time. The key to keeping your plan relevant is to set regular check-ins, whether weekly or monthly, to evaluate where you stand. During these reviews, ask yourself if your goals still reflect what you want and if your progress matches your expectations. Sometimes, life shifts, priorities change, or new opportunities arise, so your plan needs to adapt accordingly. Keeping a journal or using a simple tracking tool can make these evaluations easier and more consistent. Staying attentive to changes can help you identify when adjustments are needed before challenges become bigger problems. Another useful approach is to compare your current results with your initial targets. If you're not hitting milestones as planned, it may be time to revisit your strategies. Don't be afraid to loosen or tighten your objectives depending on circumstances. Sometimes, goals that once seemed appropriate may no longer fit your life, and that's okay. Being honest with yourself about what is realistic helps prevent frustration and keeps your plan practical. Over time, these small reviews make sure your efforts stay aligned with your true intentions and evolving ambitions. It's also helpful to gather feedback from others, like friends, mentors, or family members who understand your aspirations. They can provide fresh perspectives and point out blind spots in your approach. By listening to their insights, you can spot areas that need improvement or adjustment. And sometimes, outsiders see what you might miss. Making this part of your review process ensures your plan remains balanced and rooted in reality, rather than just your own assumptions. Finally, be flexible with your schedule for reviews and adjustments. Life gets busy, and unexpected events can throw off your plans temporarily. Setting aside a specific day to reflect and update keeps this practice consistent. Remember that reviewing your plan is not about sticking to something rigid, but about keeping it relevant and effective as your life changes. This ongoing process helps you stay motivated and clear about your next steps, turning your goals into a living document that grows with you. When things don't go as planned, it's important to evaluate what went wrong without judging yourself too harshly. Sometimes setbacks happen because the goals were too ambitious, or because unexpected obstacles appeared. Use these moments as learning opportunities rather than failures. Break down what caused the setback and decide whether it's better to modify your approach, extend your timeline, or shift your focus altogether. Small tweaks can often make a big difference and help you regain momentum more easily. If your progress is slower than expected, look for ways to boost your motivation or find alternative routes to reach your goals. This might include breaking your larger goal into smaller, more manageable tasks, or finding new resources or skills that can support your efforts. It's okay to change direction as you gather more information or experience new interests. Flexibility is key because rigid plans often lead to frustration when things don't go smoothly, while adjustments help maintain momentum and confidence. Changing circumstances, like new commitments or unexpected events, require a thoughtful review. Instead of ignoring these shifts, rewrite parts of your plan to fit your current situation. This might mean postponing certain goals or prioritizing different actions that are more relevant now. Keep in mind that fine-tuning your plan should not feel like giving up but rather like steering your efforts more wisely. Sometimes, adjusting your plan to better suit your current state can lead to better results in the long run. To make these adjustments more manageable, set clear criteria for when it's time to change your plan. For example, if you're consistently missing a goal after a set period, it's a sign to reevaluate. Keep track of your adjustments and observe what tactics lead to improvements or setbacks. This way, you build a habit of continuous, realistic adaptation that keeps your goals relevant and achievable. Remember, a plan that evolves with you is more likely to keep you on track and motivated over time. One practical tip is to document all changes. Writing down why you made a specific adjustment and what you expect to achieve helps clarify your new direction. It also makes future reviews more straightforward. If you're feeling unsure about your modifications, don't hesitate to seek advice or brainstorm with someone you trust. Sometimes, an outside perspective can shed light on better ways to adapt your plan successfully. The goal is to keep your actions flexible without losing sight of your overall aspirations, making your plan a helpful tool rather than a strict rulebook. References: Argyris, C. and Sean, D. 1996. Organizational Learning 2, Theory, Method, and Practice. Addison Wesley. Bass, B. M. and Riggio, R. E. 2006. Transformational Leadership, 2nd ed. Lawrence Erlbaum Associates. Brown, T. 2009. Change by Design, How Design Thinking Creates New Alternatives for Business and Society. Harper Business. Christensen, C. M. 1997. The Innovator's Dilemma, When New Technologies Cause Great Firms to Fail. Harvard Business Review Press. Covey, S. R. 2004. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Powerful Lessons in Personal Change. Free Press. Drucker, P. F. 1999. Management Challenges for the 21st Century. Harper Business. Goldman, D. 1995. Emotional Intelligence, Why It Can Matter More Than IQ. Bantam Books. Grant, A. 2016. Originals, How Nonconformists Move the World. Viking. Heifetz, R. A. and Linsky, M. 2002. Leadership on the Line, Staying Alive Through the Dangers of Leading. Harvard Business Review Press. Cotter, J. P. 2012. Leading Change. Harvard Business Review Press. Porter, M. E. 2008. Competitive Advantage, Creating and Sustaining Superior Performance. Free Press. Prahlad, C. K. and Hamill, G. 1990. The Core Competence of the Corporation. Harvard Business Review, 68, 3, 79-91. Shine, E. H. 2016. Organizational Culture and Leadership, 5th ed. Wiley. Senge, P. 2006. The Fifth Discipline, The Art and Practice of the Learning Organization. Doubleday. Schwab, K. 2016. The Fourth Industrial Revolution. Crown Business. Teese, D. J. 2018. Business Models and Dynamic Capabilities. Long-Range Planning, 51, 1, 40-49. Tidd, J. and Besant, J. 2021. Managing Innovation, Integrating Technological, Market and Organizational Change, 7th ed. Wiley. Yuckle, G. 2013. Leadership in Organizations, 8th ed. Pearson.